What is justice? Why do people obey the law? And why does society feel broken? These questions are older than empires, older than nations, older than the very idea of politics itself. More than 2,400 years ago, one man sat down in a city filled with corruption, war, and collapsing values, and he asked a question that still haunts us today. What would a truly just society look like? That man was Plato, and his answer became one of the most influential works in the entire history of philosophy, the Republic. But the Republic is not what most people think it is. It's not a boring political textbook. It's a story, a dramatic conversation full of tension, ego, conflict, and truth. Today, we're going to walk through it like a cinematic journey, exploring the ideas that shape how we think about morality, power, knowledge, and the meaning of living well. The story begins on a warm evening in Piraeus, the harbor of Athens. Socrates is returning from a festival when a wealthy man named Polemarchus stops him. He says something simple but iconic. "You must stay. We will not let you go." It sounds casual, but in philosophy, this line matters, because Plato traps Socrates in a debate he cannot escape, just like we cannot escape the questions Plato is about to ask. Inside Polemarchus's house, a group gathers around Socrates. Among them stands Thrasymachus, a fierce, intimidating sophist. He interrupts the conversation and throws down the challenge. Justice is nothing but the advantage of the stronger. In other words, justice is a lie, a tool used by the powerful. Moral laws are just chains made by rulers to keep you obedient. It's not just a debate. It's the ancient version of today's cynicism. Everyone lies. Justice is a scam. The system is rigged. But Socrates doesn't fight Thrasymachus with anger. He simply asks questions. Questions that slowly dismantle the idea that power equals justice. This moment sets the stage for the entire book. A battle between cynicism and idealism, between what society is and what it could be. The debate shifts. A new character appears, Glaucon, Plato's own brother. And he does what many philosophers wouldn't dare. He argues against justice, to make Socrates defend it. Glaucon tells a myth, the ring of Gyges, a ring that grants invisibility. He asks, if you could act without being seen, would you still be moral? Would you still be honest if no one could ever catch you? Would you still be loyal if no one could ever judge you? Would you still be kind if you could get away with cruelty? Plato touches a deep fear of human nature here. Glaucon claims people are not good. People are controlled. Without consequences, we become monsters. Socrates disagrees. He says justice is not something we do because we fear punishment. It's something that makes the soul harmonious, just like health makes the body harmonious. A just person is not just morally good. A just person is psychologically whole. This is the heart of Plato's project. Justice is not about laws. Justice is about the quality of your inner life. To explain justice in the soul, Socrates builds a city in speech. A city is the soul scaled up. At first, he builds a simple city, peaceful and humble. But Glaucon complains. This city seems like a city for pigs. So they expand it, adding poets, delicacies, luxuries. And then, conflict appears. Desire grows too large, and war becomes inevitable. Plato is making a point here. When desires grow beyond necessity, chaos follows. To protect the city, they need guardians, philosopher warriors trained from childhood, not soldiers of brutality, but soldiers shaped by music, discipline, and reason. From these guardians, Plato builds the most controversial idea in the book, the philosopher kings, the rulers who govern not for themselves, but for the good of all. Today, this idea seems impossible, but for Plato, it was the only alternative to corruption. A ruler should not want power. A ruler should fear power. Only then can he be trusted with it. At this point, Socrates reveals the core of his philosophy. The soul has three parts: reason, the thinker; spirit, the courageous emotional force; appetite, desire, hunger, urges. A just person is someone whose soul is ordered, someone whose reason leads, whose spirit supports reason, and whose desires obey wisdom. Plato is describing something psychological, almost therapeutic. A life out of balance becomes self-destructive. How many people do you know whose desires destroy them, whose emotions hijack their decisions, whose minds feel like a battlefield? For Plato, justice is inner harmony. A just life is a peaceful life. This is the moment the entire world remembers. A dark cave, prisoners chained since birth, shadows dancing on a wall, shadows they mistake for reality. Plato says we are those prisoners. Most people never see truth. They see shadows, opinions, illusions, politics, trends, beliefs taught to them since childhood. To see reality, one must escape the cave, not physically, but mentally, to question everything, to climb toward the light. But the painful truth is this: those who escape the cave must return. The enlightened cannot hide from society. Their duty is to guide others, even if those in the cave ridicule them. This is the burden of wisdom, to know the truth, but also to serve the world that rejects it. After building a city, exploring the soul, and revealing the cave, Plato finally reaches the conclusion: a good life is not about pleasure, not about wealth, not about power. A good life is a life of order, clarity, and virtue, a life where the soul is in harmony. Justice is not something outside you. It is something you become. And perhaps the greatest lesson of the Republic is this: before you try to fix society, learn to rule yourself. Because the world is a reflection of the souls of the people who live in it. If we want a just society, we must first become just human beings.